Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode in our cozy Forever World. If this is your first time here, I'd like to give you a very warm welcome. My name is Egush, and I create content that helps people sleep and study. So if that's what you're here for, then you've come to the right place. In this episode, we're going to start by saying hello to our cozy little companions, such as Alina here. Hello, Alina. How are you today? You've become one with the flower, have you? And of course, our other cozy companions. Not so small ones over here. We've got Wilbur and Daisy who have just rolled in to say hello. Hello, Wilbur. And Oopsie Jr.'s like, don't forget about me. And of course, we've got Dreamy over there. Hello. Oh, Oopsie's come to give me a hug. Thank you, Oopsie. Hi, Wilbur. How are we? A very rainy day today, ladies and gentlemen, so I hope you're all nice and cozy. And I'm not just speaking to the animals here, of course, I'm speaking to you. Hello, Dreamy. Hi. Okay, today's a very exciting episode because we are going to start a new project. Let's bring Alina with us. I know you're really attached to that flower, Alina, but how about we get you off your feet here? And sorry, we get you on your feet here, and let's go and commemorate a new dreamer, shall we? Yeah, so today is the start of a new project. We're going to be starting a new build, and I have decided that we're going to be building an aquarium over the next few episodes. But before we do anything, let's commemorate a new dreamer. Speaking of commemoration, I've got 3 magma blocks that we mined in the last episode, which I could probably put down here for some extra ambience. Maybe one over here. Can't get there, can I? Oh, I can. One over there, and maybe one over here. There we go. And I think that's okay for now. We'll leave the other one. Now, for this lovely dreamer, we're going to be doing a maple sign. And we're going to give them the color blue. I don't think we have too many blues, do we? Oh, no, we do. Okay. Maybe let's have a look at our colors. We don't really have an orange or a green on this side, so maybe a green or an orange. Yep, got orange here. Yellow ink. And some honeycomb. Okay, so here we go. Because I do want to put this lovely person on this side as well. I really want to fill this wall up full of lovely names. And we're going to put this person just above the chest here, right over there. And this person's name is Lotte H. And Lotte or Lottie, I'm so sorry if I butchered the pronunciation there, by the way. I do try to look up names and how to pronounce them before I commemorate my lovely dreamers, but sometimes I might still get it wrong. But just know that I am trying my best. And Lottie or Lotte has left a lovely comment on the last episode, and it reads, "This really has become my safe space whenever I cannot sleep or feel the need to relax. Thank you so much for making these videos." I want to thank you very much for your lovely comment, Lotte. Sound a bit, I want to say Scottish, Lotte. But yeah, thank you so much for your lovely comment. I wanted to highlight a nice and simple and sweet comment for this episode, and this was a lovely one to read. And as a bonus, I love the picture of the dog that you've got there. So thank you and welcome to our lovely lagoon, my friend, and I hope you'll enjoy your stay. There you are. Alina, do you want to come and feed the cats with me, Alina? Oh, oh, she's leading the way. Okay. She really does want to go and feed the cat. And here we have Lily and Zara's home. So for those of you who are new here, these are our cats, Lily and Zara. And Lily just nodded to say hello to you. And we're going to give them some raw cod today. And we always feed the cats. We have forgotten once or twice. I'm not too proud to say, but I'll try my hardest not to forget ever again. Hello, Lily and Zara. How are we today? You're nice and cozy under the trees here while it's raining outside. There you go, Zara. Nom nom nom. Enjoy your fish. And of course, one for you, Lily. Yeah, there you go. As soon as she heard her name, she perked up a bit. So cute. Okay. And now we're going to head towards the house that we've built. And I'm trying to figure out where we're going to build this aquarium area. There's a very good chance that it's going to be beneath our lagoon. I want to do an underwater aquarium beneath the lagoon. And this project is probably going to take us a few episodes because we've never really done, or I've never really done, an underwater build before. And so I think that it's just going to take me some time to figure out how all the water mechanics work and stuff like that. So you'll have to bear with me. This might take a while. But on the bright side, we're going to be spending quite a bit of time together, which is absolutely lovely. I really enjoy spending time with you. And with all of that being said, I'd like you to get nice and comfortable. Lena, please be careful of the lava. I'm going to get you to sit. I'm going to probably bring her. Actually, let's bring her now. While I while I start bringing Alina with me, I want you to get nice and cozy and ready to relax. Come on, Alina. Oh, there she is. I'm going to bring Alina into the house. This is our cozy new house that we've built recently. We haven't really decorated it much. We have a little kitchen area that we've kind of, gotten started. So we still need to add, obviously, some furniture and maybe section off certain rooms. And I'm excited to decorate this house as well. But at the moment, there's no real rush on this. So let's start by figuring out where we're going to build the aquarium first. And I'm thinking of making it sort of expanding this sand area a little bit more and then going under on the sand and making it kind of in the middle of the lagoon there, around here somewhere. What are your thoughts on that? I think that's a pretty good spot to do it. Just around here, in between all these lanterns and stuff. And also, recently under the last episode in the comment section, I asked what animal we should adopt next. And we got quite a few comments with some lovely answers like horses and turtles and a friend for Alina. But I think the most requested animal was an axolotl. And I would love to go and find an axolotl and bring them home and make them a cozy little place under the lagoon once we've built the aquarium. So we can look forward to that as well. But we're going to need to make sure that the axolotl does have a safe and cozy place to live before we go and find the axolotl. So I think somebody also commented that the axolotl will eat all of the other fish in the lagoon, so we'll need to be a bit careful with that. But with that being said, let's start excavating and kind of filling up the space that I wanted to do. So we'll need some sand. I don't think we have any sand. Alrighty, so I think we'll have to start by going and finding some sand. Is that Chuck? Oh no, that's not Chuck. Alina, are you gonna be okay in here? Yeah? Okay, I think she'll be fine. We'll need to grab a boat. And normally there's a boat over there, but I don't think there is. at the moment. And I think that all of the turtles have... I think all the turtles have occupied our boats. I'll double check, but I think that they have. We do have a very rainy day today. Very heavy, heavy rain. Yeah. And I don't really want to disturb the turtles while they rest, so we'll just go and we'll make a new boat. We're gonna need a little bit of wood. There isn't really any wood in there, so... Brick bond. I think we'll just need normal wood. Maple planks, there we go. Just to make a boat. And I think we can just make it with 5, like so. There we go. Starting to remember. It's a good step for me because I'm starting to finally remember how to actually make things. How to craft. There's always that moment where, you know, you're in the process of learning how to craft things, and once you hit that moment of, oh, I remember how to craft this now, I think it's a pretty proud moment for me. And it should be, right? So at the moment, we're going to head to the one of the sand areas, like the sand islands, and we're going to grab some sand. And there seems to be a trader over here. Okay, let's see what they've got. Maybe I should have brought some emeralds with me. You never know when you're going to see a trader. Probably should have brought some emeralds with me. Let's have a look. Hello, what's your name? Coleman. Hello, Coleman. You've only got 1 llama. Normally the traders will have 2. Coleman, hello. How are you today? What have you got for me? Oh, you've got a globe. Okay. And what is that? A sombrero. Oh, and some brown dye. Okay. And like, right, okay, I think we're gonna have to go. Oh, Coleman's a bit of a wizard by the looks of it. I think we'll need to go and get some emeralds. Coleman's got some really cool things. Coleman, do you mind? Do you mind waiting for a second? I'll be back very shortly, my friend. I'm sure some of you might be noticing that my voice has changed throughout the episodes. Sometimes, yes, my voice does change quite often. It's still me, I promise. My evil twin hasn't, you know, taken over. It's just something with my vocal cords that makes it quite dynamic. My voice changes a lot with the weather and the humidity and stuff like that, so it is still me, I promise. And I hope it's not too surprising. But let's go and grab some emeralds. Actually, let's park at the wharf because we don't want to be too far. I love the way the rain looks when you're walking around. It's just so cozy. I think we'll probably keep... We haven't got too many emeralds left, but we'll probably keep like almost a stack of these with us. So let's just keep it in our backpack. Just so that we always have them ready to go. Alrighty, here we go. Let's go back to Coleman. I don't think we've really had a chance to admire our brick house properly because we've just built it. So we'll probably spend some time really admiring it in the future, but just so nice. I'm very happy with this build. It's one of my proudest projects, if I'm being honest, because I haven't been playing Minecraft very long, and I've always been really invested in building things. on sandbox games like Minecraft. And so it just feels really nice that you kind of think of a project or a build and you have it in your mind. You know, when you plan something and you've got an idea for what it's going to look like in your mind, and when you actually start and it comes to fruition, it's like a completely different thing, isn't it? It just feels so nice. Oh, hello. Do you know where your boss is? I can't see him. There is a lead over there. Coleman, there you are. Oh, we need the emeralds. Before we make these trades, I want to see how hard it is to make these brown dyes and stuff like that. A cattail? That is that an actual cattail? Oh, we can just do cocoa beans. Right. What about the grey dye? Is it light grey? Grey? Light grey dye. Azure. White tulips. White dye and black dye. I didn't even know you could make black dye. Kinda cool. Well, I mean, look, we got the emeralds, and I think emeralds are kind of, because we've got Fortune 4 in our pickaxe on Fortune Finder. I don't think we'll have any problem finding more emeralds. Yeah, thank you, Coleman. We're gonna grab a globe because that sounds kind of cool, and we're gonna grab the sombrero because that also sounds kind of cool, and we'll grab a bit of the brown dye. Coleman, I appreciate your enthusiasm, but there are people here that are trying to rest and study, so let's get this trade finished and, and we'll head out. Alrighty. Let's just store it all in our backpack so we don't forget about it. And should we put the sombrero on? I think we should. Why not? We can take it out on special occasions. There we go. What do I look like? This is great. I think this is absolutely adorable. I love this sombrero. That reminds me of this. I remember I was watching this YouTube short where there was this person going around asking people. He would wear traditional clothing, like either it was I think it was like sombrero and like other Mexican clothing, and he would go up to people and ask them if they thought what he was wearing was racist because he's not actually Mexican. And there was a lot of these people saying, yeah, like this is racist because you don't understand the cultural, you know, the cultural relevance of the outfit and stuff like that. And I mean, yeah, sure, he's asking these people, and that's what they're saying. And then he would walk up to actual Mexican people and ask them, "Does this offend you?" And they'd be like, "No, I think it's great." And I just think that that's so much more accurate of a reaction. It's almost like I would feel kind of not humbled, but like proud, even if somebody else wore an outfit from my culture. Anyway, it just goes to show that I think that very often people think too deeply about things, and it's nice to think deeply about things, but at the same time, it's important to enjoy our lives and to have fun and to be respectful of each other, of course, but always just take things with a grain of salt and try to think of the positive side of things. No use in being negative all the time. I absolutely love the way the ores glow on that island up there. So we came here for sand, but at the moment I'm kind of just, we're almost out of food. Oh gosh, did I bring food? Okay, I've got a steak and a carrot. We'll start with the carrot because it's always good to eat your veggies first. And then we'll have our steak. Nom nom nom. And that's not quite keeping us full, but at least it's a start. And we're going to grab a bit of sand now. We just need a little bit of sand so that we can cover the bottom of the brick house area. And I think this will allow us to also maybe get a bit more for glass. We're going to need, I just thought of it, we're going to need a lot of glass as well. So we should probably get as much sand as we can. Because, I mean, if we're going to build an aquarium area underneath the lagoon, we're going to need to have a lot of glass to see up into the lagoon. Does that make sense to you? I think it makes sense to me, but sometimes when I think of things or I say things, it doesn't always make sense to everyone, especially my family. And I'm just sitting there trying to explain something for like 20 minutes. Because my mind works very differently, I feel like, to theirs or to other people's. Nevertheless, I'm really happy that you're here. And there's been a lot of stress going around where I am lately, just because there's a lot of tension between a lot of different groups and stuff, and I don't really like talking about certain things, and I don't want to. But with that being said, if you are currently going through some conflict and stuff like that, I think it's really good to reflect a little bit and maybe take some deep breaths. So take some nice deep breaths for me. If you're feeling very stressed, just breathe in. And it's always important when you breathe in, feel the air in your lungs to be present and aware of what's happening. And I hope I haven't accidentally just told somebody to breathe in and then told them to and then suffocated them. Make sure you're breathing out, of course, while I'm speaking to you. But some deep breaths always helps. I think when I'm trying to fall asleep, very often I'll just be lying down, wondering why I can't sleep. And then once I start taking a few deep breaths, it actually kind of makes it a lot easier to fall asleep. Your respiratory system and your lungs and everything, it's all connected to your cells, to your brain, to everything. And so if your respiration is kind of tense or, under a lot of pressure, then it makes it harder for us to relax. What's that? Oh, I just picked up a flying fish. Oh no, that poor fish must have accidentally flown a bit too far. Okay, I don't think we need this much sand. How much have we got? We've got 5 stacks now. We have exactly 5 stacks. That should be enough. I love the sombrero so much. And we'll probably bring out the sombrero on special occasions. Now, I don't know much or pretty much anything about a lot of cultures. It's just not something I've studied really. I was really bad at geography as well in school. So I know the general, continents and stuff like that, but I've never really traveled or been to other places, even though I want to. Um, so this might be a good opportunity for me to look into some other cultures and see, what kind of things that you all celebrate. And I mean, I know we've got the usual like Thanksgiving and stuff in America. I was going to say Australia. Thanksgiving in America. I know there are certain other things that we celebrate, pretty much just as humans. But really, I'm a bit silly. I don't know much. I like the way the clouds look like islands almost in the sky. Quite nice. So if you do have things happening, what is that chasing me? Is that a dolphin? It's a dolphin. Oh my gosh. Can I adopt you? Oh, you're so cute. Hello. Oh, I was gonna say, can I adopt you? Our lagoon, but I think you're better off just being out in the wild and doing what you need to do. Let him go. Where'd you go? Oh, I don't have my I don't have my respiration helmet on. I need to be a bit careful. I was curiosity almost got the better of me there. Okay, now we've got the sand that we needed. So we're gonna park our little boat here for now. And initially what I wanted to do was build a stairway going down from here to make the aquarium. I think I've kind of changed my mind and I want it to just kind of be natural in the ground, like around here somewhere. So that's what we're gonna do now. We're gonna start putting some sand down. And we're gonna use the sand as kind of like a stepping stone to get to the aquarium. Because we kind of want that immersion of, I think it's very important that, you know, when you do a project like this, and we know that it's underwater, and so sand obviously plays a big part of that. We want the sand to kind of complement the entrance to the aquarium and make it so that the aquarium kind of looks more natural as you're entering it, which is why we went and got all the sand. So, and I'm starting to think that maybe we didn't get enough sand actually, because we're starting to put the sand down and, gosh, okay. Let me just take a look from here. Alrighty, I think this is good because we're going to go down in this direction, I think. We're going to make the aquarium like just around here, a bit deeper. And it's cool because we actually have... Okay, let's put our respiration helmet on. As much as I love this sombrero, didn't realize how big the sombrero was going to be as well. I thought it'd be a bit smaller than this. This is like massive. We're going to take the sombrero off and we're going to put our respiration helmet on. It'd be really cool if we could put respiration on the sombrero as well, actually. Alrighty, now that we have a respiration helmet, that should give us a lot more time under the water. And we're going to put some sand in this direction. Because this is probably where we'll start the aquarium in this direction down. And I'm just going to kind of improvise and see how we go with this build. This is my first time building underwater, so you'll have to forgive me if this is going to take me a while. But I do want to make sure it's nice and cozy for us, and hopefully it becomes a good space where we can always go together to enjoy some underwater coziness. Okay, I think this is more than enough space now. And so from around here, maybe around here, I'm just thinking. Wow, we'll need to go down for this aquarium, really. It's going to be quite a bit. Maybe we'll go in this direction. I want to make it like around there, so yeah. Is that all clay? Gravel. We could use clay down there for the aquarium, actually. That might be a nice add. Like a brick, sorry, I keep saying clay, but I mean brick. Alrighty, let's get started. So from here, I want to go down diagonally, so we're going to go right here. We're going to go down from here. Make like a little diagonal area here, and then we're going to start going down. Oops, that's the problem, we've got to be a bit careful with sand. In fact, it might be good for us to get some dirt just for a placeholder. Just as like a placeholder. Let's see if we've got some dirt upstairs. We should definitely have a bit of dirt. Okay, cool, we've got a whole stack of dirt. And what I mean by placeholder is, as we build downwards, I want to make sure that we have the sand doesn't just kind of crumble around us. you know. So this is all well and dandy. We'll go to make it a bit more open. These corners as well. This goes down. And then like here, for example, right, we want to put dirt. We can do it in time. So dirt there, and sand. Same with this one. Just as a placeholder. Actually, we might even need to go a bit further anyway, so... Yep, this is okay. Go down like so. Yeah, that's fine. And this is what I mean, it's going to be a little bit difficult because I've never dealt with water in a build before. And here, it shouldn't be too hard. We can put some dirt down. And kind of start to cover it up so there's no water leaking in. That should get rid of all the water, I think. Oh, don't we have sponges? Sponges might be very, very handy for what we're doing right now. Let's go and grab our sponges. I didn't think about that. That's a really, really good idea. Because the sponges kind of get rid of all the water in an area, don't they? And I also think that you can smelt the sponges to make them go from wet sponges to dry again. So you can kind of keep reusing them. I think that's really important as well. Got a little seashell as well. You know what, we don't need all of these tools with us right now, so I might even leave a few of the tools at the house. Now let's find the sponges. I'm sure they're here somewhere. Here we go, there's a sponge here. Grab that. And I know we've got a second one somewhere. I don't know where we put it though. Maybe downstairs. This is not good. This is where I start forgetting things. Let's check the chests down here. But honestly, one sponge might even be enough, so I'm not too fussed if we can't find the other one. Oh, there's an eye blossom. That should go downstairs. Speaking of which, we do have those dyes we should put down here as well. We might need to make this a double chest. Just for now, I think we'll make a double chest here. We'll need some maple planks. Have I got maple planks? Still looking for that sponge as well, so. There's a good chance the sponge is upstairs. So let's have a look up here as well. And while we're at it, let's get some maple wood. And make another chest as well. Projectile protection. Okay, I've got no clue where I put that sponge. If we have any... Oops. If we have any dreamers in the audience right now that if any of you can remember where I put that sponge, please let me know. I'll actually be very impressed because even I can't remember and I'm here all the time. Come on, where's the sponge? Where did Egush put that sponge? I can't seem to find it. Yeah, please let me know if you remember where the other sponge went. I think we'll just have to use the one for now. Rod. Because I remember there being two sponges here. Anyway, okay, so we've got the sponge. I'll need some coal so I can actually, you know, sort of once the sponge, what am I saying? Once the sponge gets soaked, I'll need to make sure that we have coal so that we can unsoak it. Is that making sense? Oh, and I need to make another chest as well. I'm getting a bit sidetracked. So let's chuck these in and make some normal maple planks. Okay. just because this chest is starting to fill up a little bit too much, and I do want to eventually extend this area. And doing this aquarium is going to be good because once I get better at working with water, we can extend the lagoon. At the moment, I still really want to fill up this entire room before we do that. So we've still got plenty of space. Put the dye in there. Now we've got a globe. I just want to see what it looks like before we... What is that? Oh, and I want to put this in the, probably in the house. Anything else that needs to go in here? Probably the eye blossom. I think that's about it though. And then we'll need to make a furnace. There we go. Just because we'll need to use that furnace with the sponge. The furnace, sponge, coal. You can see I'm kind of underprepared for what the task at hand is. You'll have to kind of bear with me. But nonetheless, I hope that if you are here to relax or sleep, you're nice and comfy. And the rain sounds are helping you. And I just want you to know how proud I am of you for getting through the day today. Not a lot of people kind of reward themselves or even just, reaffirm themselves throughout the day. And it's hard to do that because you're obviously always in your own head. And I know how that feels. But I just want you to know from one soul to another that I am very proud of you for getting through the day today. And if you did have a bad day, I completely understand. But just remember that tomorrow's a new day and it's going to be alright. Everything's going to work out. Okay, we might need to go one more from here. And then one more from there. So it gets a bit tricky because we need to cover this with the placeholder. We'll need some light here. So let's grab our lantern. Lovely. And we're kind of just going to work through the night. Looks like even though the rain is heavy and covering the sky, I could kind of tell that it was day before. And I'm sure you could too. Now it seems like it's night time. Let's quickly just go into our house and put back some of the tools that we've got on us. I'm not going to need a lot of these tools for now. There we go. Hello, Mr. Squid. He's going to say hi. Hello. Hi. He's doing a bit of a dance. Okay, so it's 2 on that side. Which means we'll need 2 on this side as well. There we are. So. And then I'm hoping we're getting to the point now where we're kind of beneath the water. We should be, at least. Put that there. And then where are we now? Let me just double check from the top. Yep, so we're going downwards. And then from here we still need to kind of, if we can break this block and put dirt at the same time. Well, we're gonna have to placeholder the dirt. I should have thought this through a bit better. Because this kind of needs to be out one more if I'm being honest anyway. Yeah, it does. Okay, so let's get rid of this. Yep, that's better. Oops. There we go. And this side we need to go out a bit as well. So just go out. There we go. That should be fine. And then on this side in the middle now, once again, we'll need to use the dirt as a placeholder. Maybe we'll just use the shovel and just kind of start just digging out the area that we want to keep going down under. We're almost there now. We want to go just underneath this dirt area here, so. this is going to be a big project, but it's going to be very worth it once we're finished. And I know it will be. Yeah, this is starting to look pretty good. We just have to go down a few more levels. Or honestly, maybe we just do it. We don't have to do it underneath specifically. As much as I'd like to. This is looking really nice already. Kind of hard because we want to need to decide if we want to do it completely underground. I kind of do. I think that would look really cool if it's under the lagoon. Yeah, okay, let's keep going down. So yep, and then here. Pull this out now. Stairs. That side can be a bit more open. Yep. Nope. Oops. That's gonna take me forever. I need to really be using the shovel here. So one there. Perfect. And then down one more. And I think once we go down one more from here, it should be pretty good. So one more level under this. And then from here we can probably start covering this all up on the sides. So that there's no water flowing in. Yep, wonderful. So here we go. Something like that. Hello. You come to say hi, have you? Don't mind me, I'm just building a new project. Along with our dreamers. They're keeping us company. There we go. And then I hope I'm going to use the sponge correctly, but I do think I just have to kind of build this first around. I should have done my research. Sometimes the best thing about life though is just going with the flow and figuring it out as you kind of do that. So yep, and then this goes underwater from here, so just gonna go up like that, and from here as well. Like this dirt, like I said, is just a placeholder for now, so don't stress, we will be changing this in the future. But this should be the level now, pretty much, where it's under the lagoon. And then get rid of this. 1, 2, 3. Oh, this one. Yep. And then one more deep from here. Okay, we're almost underwater now. Completely under the lagoon. Probably would have been easier if we just did a staircase going directly down as well, but I kind of like that we did it diagonal. Hello little fish. Okay, so now from here, still going down. Like so. Break these just for a sec because we don't want it to be too shallow. And then one more here, and we're just about underwater. A little air pocket for us to breathe. That's actually really handy. Wow, look at how far down we've gone. There's going to be a big staircase going down into the aquarium, isn't there? Yeah, I'm kind of starting to rethink this, and maybe we just do, as much as I like this, I still think we should do it. I don't know. I'm still really excited to do this. It's become a lot bigger of a project at the moment than I thought it would be, and there's nothing wrong with that. I'm not one to shy away from a challenge. We're gonna continue. But it is just, sometimes you have your doubts, you know. I think that's a really good example of it. Like, I set out with a goal, and the goal became harder throughout the project. And I'm already kind of doubting myself. It's understandable. We are human at the end of the day. And I do make mistakes, just like everybody else. And I do tend to overthink sometimes and, second guess myself just like everybody else. So if you feel like that sometimes, just understand that it's very normal. We all go through those feelings. Maybe you had a long day or you made a mistake at work or something. It's completely understandable. To be overthinking it and second guessing yourself. Don't worry too much. I definitely do that a lot as well. So cool. Now this is the part where it gets a little bit easier because once we get rid of these and we have these air pockets from this level here, we can start to go across. Here we go. Wonderful. In that direction. And again, we'll need the placeholders. So from here, we'll still need to kind of layer the dirt, fill in all the holes as we build. Okay. As we excavate. But ideally, we cover the top of this now. Two. And then we use the sponge to kind of get rid of all the water around it. No, we need to do. Oh. They should all start to look pretty symmetrical as well. There we go. And the final level here. There we are. And now it should just about all be covered. From here we'll probably do glass in the future, but let's just leave it as dirt for now. Completely fine. I'm just doing a bit of sand on the sides just to make it look a bit more even and natural. Sometimes, as much as you want to keep things symmetrical and natural, I love doing natural builds, and so, to make things look natural, you have to add that element of nature. Sometimes it's just as simple as adding some sand. Sand and dirt to the sides, which is what we're doing here. We want to keep it really nice. And the cool thing about us watching this together now is one day in the future when we're up to, our 100th episode, people will look back at this and they'll see it, or maybe some new viewers will see it and they'll think that this is all natural, but you know the secret. You know what Egush is doing here. No one can take that away from us. We have this moment together. But no, I absolutely love when I build and I kind of incorporate nature into it, and sometimes it is a bit difficult because you've got like this where you want to extend it, and make like an aquarium, but you want to keep that natural element, and this is how I like to do that. So we're adding some sand to the side still. This middle part is going to be completely refurnished with different blocks and glass and stuff like that, but at least we can kind of get the outside of it a little bit, even some sand over here. There we go, that's much better. And let's see how it looks as you go down now. Wonderful. This might be a bit too high. There we go. Much better. Break that block there. And I think it's time to use the sponge. Let's just make sure there's no holes first. Okay, yep, see there's a bit of a hole here. The glass will go here. And maybe even here. Excuse me. There's a little salmon couple on a date together. And they've just come in and said hi to me. Hello, are you enjoying your date? You guys gonna go and eat some corals. Enjoy. While we're busy at work. Let's go all the way down. Make sure there's no air pocket. There's an air pocket here. We want to get rid of all of that. I think that's it. No more holes. Looks good. And now let's get started with the sponge. And I have used it before in the mines just to test it, so I know how it works. Go. And now it's wet, so we'll need to collect it And this is where we should probably put that furnace down. Maybe just over here for now. And we're gonna wet sponge on top. It's nice that we're kind of prepared for this now, and we have the tools that we need to make it a bit easier for ourselves. There we go. And one more time. There we go. And that gets rid of all the water. How handy is that sponge? I think we found it through a trader. Memory. And once again, we'll get the sponge back. One thing I'm curious about is that didn't register all the water outside, did it? Just inside? Yep. Okay, that's great. It's really good. Get rid of this dirt on the side for now. But from here, we're kind of still shaping the aquarium entrance. This is kind of just it, going all the way down. We're going to have a lot of windows and glass around, so just kind of envision it with me. We're going to have glass, maybe some calcite kind of instead of the dirt, some cool materials going downwards. And then from here, we kind of want to make it, oops, actually go up there. What I want to do is uncover it this way. Come on. That's not the right one. There we go. And from here, this will be the level where we kind of probably should have actually made a bit more of the dirt a bit further outwards. So maybe like this. There we go. That should be better. There. Let's quickly just check on Alina, make sure she's okay. Alina. Hello, darling. Are you okay? You're nice and cozy in here. Are you not talking to me? Are you sad that I left you in here? It's for your own good, okay? I know you. You're very clumsy. No, don't look at me like that right now. I know you're very clumsy, and I have a feeling you'd get hurt if we were to bring you out there. And we've already lost one cozy companion. And I'm not ready to lose another one. Okay, that's better. So now we can get rid of these. And then from here, we kind of need to decide how we're gonna split. That's okay. Let's just, the tough thing with this is every time we plug a hole or fill a gap, we kind of have to go all the way around and back in. This part's okay because I know that this is part of the ravine here now. See the ravine area? Grab all that dirt real quick. Kind of cool actually. Kind of like it. This floor here, so we could extend the floor this way. So, and even on this side here. Oh, we're running out of dirt now. Okay, let's get some more dirt. Is this all starting to make sense to you? Because I have a vision in my head of what I want it to look like, and it's going to take a while for us to bring that vision to life. But I think it's also, that's kind of the fun in it, you know? We share some stories, we talk while we build. Not a lot of stories that I've been sharing today, but it's just because I'm a little bit tired, I think, so you'll have to forgive me. But I'm more just focused on doing the building. And because it's a kind of a new build for me, I've never really built anything like this before, especially underwater. I think it's going to demand a bit more of my focus. I hope you understand. We're back in our Garden of Dreams now. We're going to just go upstairs into the farming part of the storage area, and we're going to grab a bunch of dirt. There we go. I don't really have any sand either, do we? I do think that we'll be doing, while we're at it actually, yeah, just so that we kind of prepare for this. Is there any more clay? Where do we put all of the clay? Maybe we've already taken all the clay. Okay, I thought that we had more clay. I was gonna say let's smelt some more clay into bricks because I think we will be using bricks as well for the design down there. Either normal bricks or stone bricks, we'll see what's kind of better. We could also use sandstone. How do we actually make sandstone? Four sand, okay. Four sand for one sandstone. We're gonna have to find a desert. I think we have to search far and wide to find an actual desert. That's snow over there. Looking at all the different biomes, more snow. No real deserts that we found yet. Hey, I think that's kind of one of the. I think that was the turtle home over there. I think that's one of our tasks as well. We have to find a desert because we can't keep going to these islands and taking sand. So we'll probably figure that out as well. Maybe when it's time to, we'll go and find a desert. So maybe in one of the next episodes, we'll just do a search for a desert and see if we can find some more sand. And that way we can probably pack heaps of it in our backpack. We'll have plenty of it ready to go. Like the rain's clearing up now. Lovely night. Alrighty, so got all the dirt that we need to kind of go down here and hopefully this is kind of the ground. Underneath here will probably be where we do the glass as well. Just remember that this is the ravine area. So from here, once again, we just want to start covering the top. And once again, the dirt is just a placeholder, so don't worry. We want to make it kind of high as well with the ceiling. Get some air real quick. Yeah, yeah, that's the other thing. I don't want to make it like symmetrical. I want to make it kind of go outwards like this from the top. And just make it kind of a little bit just all over the place, really. A little bit messy. Sometimes I'm the kind of person who hates messy things. Sometimes you have to get a bit messy, I feel like. So we're going to get a bit messy with this and just go with the flow and just accept that it doesn't have to always be perfect. Okay, there's a bit of a hole over here that we need to plug as well. There we go. And then sponge. Awesome. And then we're gonna try the sponge again. That sponge is really helpful. There we go. So now it's kind of coming together where we've got a bit more space down here. This goes down into just like a little stone area. Nothing too cool here, so I'm not too fussed. We could probably just cover this up. You can see under our house here, like all the different cave networks that we might have. But this is fine. You can start to get rid of a lot of these blocks here. They're kind of built into the wall. Oh, we can see our tower. Wow, that looks very weird, doesn't it? Look at that. Like Inception or something. Look at how weird that looks. That's amazing. Kind of fascinating. All the different reflections in the water and stuff, I guess, all coming together. I've never seen anything like it. Crazy. Okay, let's not get too sidetracked here. Get rid of all of these. Lovely. And then Okay, it's getting a bit difficult here. So let's just cover that up. Gonna cover this up as well. There we go. That should pretty much get rid of all the water. Just about better. And if we get rid of this, I'm assuming it's gonna, yeah, hold that. How about we kind of go on the outside and do something like this? There we go. And then just cover that up. Open it up again. Because we kind of want to make sure that we have... Yep. And that lets us pretty much get rid of all of these here. That's fine. Once again, the same thing. Go down from here, and as we're going down, let's just... Wonderful. Okay, so this is kind of the entrance to the aquarium, if that makes sense. We could go in this direction as well. No problem with that. Just kind of open this side up a bit more. And do a bit of placeholders. We're getting closer to the farm now, which is kind of what I wanted, if I'm being honest anyways. But... Actually, hang on. Get rid of these for a second. Let's do it a bit higher. So from here. When you told me... If you told me, sorry, not when. If you had to... Oh, here we go, another one of these. Look at that. Wait, is that wheat? Yeah, it is. So cool. Yeah, if you had told me... If you had told me a few weeks ago, or even a month ago, that I was going to be building a full-scale underwater aquarium, I would have told you you were crazy. I would have said, there's no way I'm going to be able to do that. At this point, you know, because I haven't been playing for very long. But the more you build on Minecraft, the better you get at it, and all these big behemoth projects that you see don't actually seem that bad once you start. Does that make sense? I feel like that's how I feel about it. So this is actually going to be... I'm really excited to keep building this as we keep going along, because I think this is going to be one of the coolest things that I've ever made in any game, in anything really. Going in this direction, and from about here, this should be just about far enough. I wouldn't mind going a bit further, but we can do that from underground. This will be kind of the last level here. You know what we could do? Make this a bit higher, so it looks a bit nicer. There we go. It'll look nicer from down there. That was a mistake. Oh gosh, this is taking forever. There we go. Yeah, that's a bit better. Let's go down there. Oops. Fill that up and then get some air. There we are. A little bit of a hole to plug up here. We can do that. Go like so. I want to go a bit. Yeah. And I'm probably just going to sponge this real fast so that there's a bit more space to play with. There we go. Thank you, Mr. Sponge. I appreciate your work. I hope those sponges are infinite. Sponge. Are they hard to make? Manga sponge. Yeah, no, I think you have to kind of trade for them or find them in unique places. I really like this in the middle. I want to keep it as like a pillar. I think that's really cool. Once again over here, let's just pull this up on the side. See, like just before I was complaining that I have to keep going all the way around, but I just realized I can literally just come in and close the gaps as I come in. This is starting to look really cool. Just the fact that we're under the lagoon right now, isn't that really cool? I find that so cool. So we're going to keep this pillar as it is. And from here, we'll just start going a bit further inwards towards the lagoon. Yep. That one as well. Maybe even these ones here. Well, because this is going to be kind of like a walkway going through this way, you know? We just have to start covering it a little bit dirt. Lovely. Should we go even deeper? Like one level down, maybe? From here? Something like this? Oh, not too far down. That's a bit too far. And this can be another level here. It's going to be really cool because not only are we going to be able to see above the lagoon, sorry, above here, but also down into this crevice once we put some glass down. There we go. I think that's plenty of space there. And we're going to head back just for some air because we do need to keep breathing. And that's a sign for you as well. Make sure you do take some deep breaths if you're stressed out, especially when you're studying. Oh, I used to hate when I would study. Sometimes when I would study, if I had a question or something to do that was overwhelming, I would actually feel breathless. Have you felt that way before as well? Not a lot of people relate to that, but I do genuinely sometimes feel breathless when I'm going through like an anxious time or just not having a good time. All this dirt. And my lantern. At least we've got a beautiful day here while we're building the ground underwater. This is pretty much where we are. Really cool. So, yeah, we're doing one layer down here. Doesn't have to be huge, but just a bit of space for the walkway. And then maybe from here we just kind of start going. We could even go under the farm. But I basically just want to make it so that the walkway goes until the middle of this ravine. So around here we'll just go one more level down. There we go, and from here we'll stop the... What about here? Oops. Get rid of that. There we go. And that should be fine now. And that's where the aquarium kind of stops. Cover that up there. I don't know if we want to keep going in that direction. There's probably just like an endless cave or something down there. But we can stop the ravine, the aquarium here and extend it maybe in that direction. And then when we're going to make an axolotl pond somewhere in there as well. We're almost out of food, so I might need to go and get some. I want to keep these steaks on me just because they belong to Alina. Santa gave us a couple steaks before and they were for Alina, and I just accidentally took... Oh, yeah, I think I'm so hungry that I'm taking damage. So I'm sorry, Alina, but I'm gonna eat one of your steaks. Keep forgetting that when you do underwater work like that, it's really, really stressful and draining on the body. So we need to kind of make sure that we have enough food for that. What we're going to do now, as it has started to rain again. Hello, Oopsie Junior. Oh, okay. Did I do something to hurt your feelings? I'm sorry. And they've got Wilbur and Dreamy. I think Dreamy likes Wilbur a lot. I'll be honest. Wilbur kind of likes being alone. Yeah, Wilbur just nodded. So Wilbur kind of likes being alone. I always see him go into his own corner and do his own thing. He's a bit of a gentle giant, Wilbur. And I can kind of see that Dreamy may be invading his space a little bit. You just have to communicate with each other, guys. That's all that you have to really do. Just let each other know how you're feeling, and you can work it out. Is that the sponge? Did I just see the sponge? No, I thought I saw the sponge. Second one. So we came here for food. Let's grab some food. I've got enough dirt on me. Should be enough. Alrighty, so some cooked cod would be nice. We've got plenty of that, which is great. And maybe some bread. I like having fish with bread. That's very common in my culture. You'll have fish with lemon and like bread with a bit of salt. So that's what we're going to be eating. It's a traditional lunch for me. So we'll have some food now. Fish with a bit of bread. Nom nom nom. There we go. And hopefully we can start recovering our health. Healing through food, I think that's a pretty common common feat. Now we do have the globe on us still. I think we do need to kind of clear up some more space. So we'll just put the globe down in our house. This episode might actually go a little bit longer than normal because I'm just enjoying it so much at the moment building. That doesn't mean I'm not enjoying what I do in the other episodes, by the way. I'm just saying that I'm enjoying this so much that I might accidentally lose track of time while I'm doing this. I'm becoming obsessed with this at the moment. I'm a very kind of obsessive person. When I start a project and I get really obsessed with it, I don't really want to stop. And that's what this is becoming for me at the moment. Just a really cool project that I just don't want to stop doing. Okay, let's go in this direction. Maybe make it even a bit taller in some parts. But this is kind of that, anti-symmetry that we're building into it again. Oh, that is a big catfish. Oh my goodness. Yep. Going one more out, and then from here we'll kind of just start making a wall around it. And then go up. We're gonna need to go and breathe a little bit real quick. Take some deep breaths, Egush. There we go. And then kind of just close this up on the top. That side looks fine. We will be incorporating glass in the future. A lot of glass for this building. This build. For now, I think we're kind of just placeholding with dirt. Much better. Just thinking here. Is this tall enough? Oh no, the catfish is going to get stuck inside. I hope he doesn't. I continue on here. No, we kind of have to keep it at that level. Otherwise it becomes too... Yeah, I think we do. It's okay. Because it does go down one more here, but it kind of has to stay pretty tall. We need some more air. How good is this respiration helmet though? This would have taken us so much longer if we didn't have this respiration helmet. I think that was such a good, I was gonna say purchase, but it was such a good idea to sort of get that enchantment. I think that's fine. And then this is all going to be glass as well, but we'll just leave it as dirt for now. There we go. Lovely. Maybe even one more down. Might have to be like something. Come on, let's get this done just before we need some air. We're gonna have to go back up. It's here. That would look nice. Cool. Yep. And then once again, from here, we kind of just want to go around. And that's the level that we're actually going to be putting the roof at, so. You can hear the catfish just in the corner of our ear, just eating in the background. Pretty cute. We've almost just about finished the next tunnel area here for the aquarium, which is really cool. I'd love to make a couple of the areas, I want to make them really tall in terms of like where the glass goes. Like here, for example, we could do the glass up here would be amazing. It'd look really nice and high. Sometimes you want those like high ceilings, you know? Go. And then all that's left really is this side here, so that's done. Is it all covered now? Got everything? Just the bottom part here that we need to worry about. Honestly, maybe just do something like this. Like one more level down or something. And then from here we can just close it off. There we go. Ooh. Let's get out of here so we don't drown. There we go. Okay. Let's just make sure all of it's kind of plugged now. There's no holes. I don't think there is. We can start using that sponge of ours again. Mr. Sponge, we're going to need to bring this down a bit further as well, I think. Put it down here instead. Can you have a furnace in the water like this? I wonder if it works. There we go. And whoever came up with the idea to put the sponge or make a sponge in Minecraft, absolute genius. I owe them so much. The catfish is over there trying to get in. There's a lot of catfish in our lake. In our lagoon. Look at them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's like 7. Alrighty. That's the last one there. I think we can just cover it with dirt. There we go. How good is that? Now we have this awesome underwater area. We get rid of this and that. See if we can kind of get rid of all of the blocks that we can. See, like that one there. Can't really. Wow, we can make this one taller. Maybe make a couple of these a bit taller, like so. Yep. Make our way back down from here. And then just cover that up. Because I really wanted to break a couple of these up here. There we go. I think from there it's okay to just leave it. 2, 3, 4, 5. Again, let's just go down from here. And cover that part. 1, 2, 3. Go. Wonderful. Really cool. Now we're pretty much just making the skeleton, let's call it, of the aquarium. And once we're more comfortable with how much space we have, which I think we're almost there now. I don't think I want to make it much larger than what we've got at the moment, at least lengthwise. Widthwise, we can probably make it a bit bigger. Catfish is still eating. There's another hole over here that we've got to kind of plug. Let's get rid of that. And do this. There we go. We should be able to get rid of all these blocks at the bottom of it now. We still need to think about where we're going to put the axolotls as well, once we get those. We're obviously probably just going to start with one axolotl. I don't even know where to find them. I think I've seen one axolotl in Minecraft before, and it was in like a cave. They had their own little biome underneath the caves. So that's going to be a bit tricky even just kind of finding them, you know? Okay. We can leave that as it is, that's fine. Cool. This is kind of the aquarium area. The axolotl pond will probably put in this direction somewhere. See if we can go a bit further in this direction. Even in this direction as well. Open up a few of these areas. Because I want to make the axolotl area like here, I think. Just thinking how much further we could go. Just a little bit more. And break that. Granite there. And then this corner here. This corner here will probably be where the axolotls live. Around here somewhere. So from here, let's kind of also just do a quick roof area. Okay, that's all looking fine. And maybe just from this side, go. The reason why I did a bit more outwards is because I kind of think we should maybe just have a bit more space, that's why. Oops, let's just get a bit of air real quick. And we can continue this. So yeah, I'm gonna get rid of this. And maybe even this here as well, actually. Yep. Kind of perfect, that's what I was thinking. And then from here, let's go sand, and then kind of just do like a corner. Oops. Actually, let's keep that as sand as well. Yep, and then there we go. This will be like a corner here. Go back in and close this corner off. Awesome. And then we'll just need to sponge this one up. There we go. Oh, I think we forgot to plug something. Oh no. I think there was just so much water that the sponge literally could not get it all. Still coming down. Oh wait, there is a hole there. Okay, never mind. That's my bad. Didn't realize there was a hole still. There you go. Oh, okay. This is kind of our aquarium. This is it. This is where the axolotls will live. This will be kind of a really cool path with glass and things surrounded around it. And it's going to be really cool to see it all come together once we... Is there another hole there? I forget. Or is it just being a nuisance? I think it's just being a nuisance. Oh no, I think I need to go up one more. Sorry. Hang on a second. There we go. And then from there, we'll block that off. Not with sand. Much better. We're going to just quickly put the sponge back in the furnace again, make sure it's ready to go. Cool thing here now is that we can get rid of this. And get it kind of prepared for the axolotls. We need to get rid of that as well. And I want to make it so that when the axolotls are ready to join us, in our lagoon, they have a very cozy place ready to go. Don't have to worry about, wouldn't have to worry about them being in danger or anything because they'll have a nice safe space. And I think that's really important when you're thinking about animals and pets and stuff, is that you want to make sure they feel welcome and they feel happy in their space with you. Okay. Get rid of all the water. I love the idea of having sand as the walls. At the moment we just want to make sure we just have everything else covered. We can get rid of this, keep this one here. Really nice, really nice. We've got to figure out how to make the water, if we do water down here, which we probably will for the axolotls as a pond, want to make sure it doesn't leak around and stuff like that too. Floor is still fine. Is there a way we can go this way without... Oh! Okay, so that's kind of our limit. Yeah, let's just get rid of that top one. But this is really cool because we can loop this around next to the staircase. The staircase is right here. But we could even do glass on this side next to the staircase. Or just have another entrance going up this way. Surely we're getting close to the staircase now. There it is. So we can kind of get rid of these. The staircase splits into two. Get rid of that. Yeah, and from here the staircase can split. You know, you can go this way or this way. That makes sense. Maybe we could even do that pillar here instead. So this can be the pillar for the staircase. Instead of this. There we go. This still feels like it's a bit too low as we come down. So now we're kind of polishing up the details. Don't forget, all of this dirt is still just like a placeholder. And we will be changing it. Get rid of that sand, because we need to do it instead. Whoops. Okay. Yep, that's still fine. Get rid of these. Better. Okay. From here it goes, kind of splits into two. We might need to even open the staircase up just a little bit more on this side. There we go. So it feels a bit more natural walking down here. Okay. Get rid of this here. Oh, Chuck! Hello, Chuck. Chuck's come to say hi. You were very late today, Chuck. People were waiting for you and you came a bit late. Are you gonna apologize for being so... He just flew away. He doesn't even care. He just flew away. I mean, he's underwater, so that is... I would call that flying for them. You know how birds are in the sky and the air? I guess for turtles it would be underwater. What is that? So cool. Yes, I still want to make it a bit more space. So maybe just three. 1, 2, 3. That should be enough room, I think, if I'm mistaken. So this side here we can just cover up. Maybe from here we just do dirt. Yep. Come on. Come on, Egush. There we go. Cover that. Same with this. Wonderful. That should be all of it. Should also allow us to clear all the water there. Should also allow us to break these as well. Make it 4. Oh, and just fell down. Let's extend this out still. There we go. Nice. That's much better. You want to kind of feel like higher ceilings, you know? Wonderful. With those. With this side here, the catfishes are still eating. Yeah, great. Now there's a lot of stray sand and dirt which we need to collect real quick. Oh! What is going on here? Okay. We're just gonna pretend like this is normal behavior for a cat. Oh, he's drowning now. Actually, he's out of the water, so I'm so sorry, Mr. Catfish. He got stuck here and I couldn't really do anything about that. I mean, I don't think I could have. Maybe I could have put a water bucket on him or something, I guess. They are a bit overpopulated and they do eat a lot of the things in the lagoon, so I'm just gonna subtly gaslight you into thinking that that was okay. Gonna grab a bit more of the sand and the dirt. The part of life, you know. Getting stuck and suffocating. I don't. What would you call that? Because it's not really suffocating. Because he's not airless. He's actually in air. You know what I mean? Can you call it drowning? Because I don't think you can call it drowning either. This is sparking quite a debate here. Anyway, so we've done. Yep, staircase goes down. This is all lovely. I like how there's like random, you know, gaps and stuff like that. This is still the axolotl area, so we'll just extend it a bit more this way. Yeah, maybe even extend this out one more, and then just make it kind of from here. Wonderful. There we are. There isn't that. Yeah, that's the. Oh, okay, I'm just thinking. Kind of do want to make this a bit taller. What are your thoughts? I think it kind of has to be. I think this has to be one taller. Let's quickly just do that. There we go. This corner as well. And then we'll need our sponge. Oh no, we won't actually. Fine. It's gonna just correct itself. Yeah, this level, I'm okay to have this kind of pillar looking supported. Aside from that, I don't think we need these blocks here. Cool. Once again, just kind of cover the top there. Yep, that one and that one. Wonderful. And this level here, just make it as well. Let's just go and fix this up a little bit. So just go one level higher, as we did before. Wonderful. And then go down this way and fill that in as well. Cool. Okay. Much better. Yeah, that feels a bit more spacious. Because when the ceilings are a bit kind of smaller or lower, I should say, it does feel a bit odd. I don't know what we're going to do on this side yet. We'll need to figure something out. I mean, I wouldn't mind kind of extending this a bit more as well. At the moment, let's just work with what we've got. I think we already have a lot of work to do just with the space we have here. Because now we have to start decorating and adding glass and all that stuff as well, so... Let's quickly just take a trip up to the surface and collect anything that... all these stray blocks in the... in the lagoon over here. I was gonna say pond. Grab all of these. And the cool thing is you can't see it from up here yet because we haven't added the glass and stuff, but this is all going to be our aquarium. It's all around here, literally all of it. What was that? I have never been to an aquarium in my life. I know what they look like I've seen them in shows and movies and stuff. I've never been to one in my life. So this is going to be kind of the first aquarium that I've been to once we build it. Find that kind of cool. Oh damn, am I gonna have to fill another corner right now? Okay, let's do it. 2, 3, 4. I think we kind of have to get rid of the sand here. And just do like this. Lovely. The cool thing about this is because we've done the top of it, as long as there's no sand like this. Here as well, so we're gonna get rid of the sand real quick. Just turn that into dirt. As long as there's no sand though, we can get rid of this. We can actually even go further in because we've already done the top. And as long as we don't go past this level, so this is still obviously water here. Build it in like that. I've seen designs where people have got like stairs, I think. Like you've got stairs cornering. And then when you put the water in between the stairs, it doesn't flow out of the staircase. So I think you have to put stairs on the top and the bottom. So I'm thinking like we'll put stairs in a nice pattern going around like this. And then we'll put some really cool, cute like corals and stuff. And then the axolotls can live in there, you know. I want to give them a good amount of space. So that's kind of my plan at the moment, the axolotl pond. Here the bottom layer as well. Cool. That in. Alrighty, and on this side as well, I think this side we can leave pretty standard. Yeah, so this will just be glass, I think, around here, for example. I wouldn't mind doing kind of like what we've done there, where we have it a bit layered. Just maybe in the middle of it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 6 of this here can be layered. Get rid of this layer here as well. Maybe even layering. Yeah. This one goes down, this one goes up. Staircase. 6. The salmons are coming to say hi again. How was your date going? Hey, did you get some nice food? Did you eat all the corals? Okay, up this way. Actually, this might need to go a bit higher if we're doing it layered. Yeah, this might need to go like from here. I think so. And then one more level I get. No, maybe we'll just stop it there. Is that enough layers? 3? We'll check it. 1, 2, 3. And then the glass will be kind of up there. You won't be able to see it too well until you get closer to it. You can get rid of this corner. And this one. There we go. Yeah, no, I think that's fine. And that also allows us to get rid of this. And maybe even this one. No. Hang on a sec. Yeah, I do want to do that. I do want to get rid of there straight up. This block here. This level. Okay. Maybe this one too. Make it look a bit taller. Make it go a bit higher here, so there we are. Which means we'd have to get rid of this as well. So basically making the whole thing one level up. I don't know where I'm going with this, I'm just improvising, by the way. You're probably just like, what is Egush doing here? I have no idea. I'm just trying to figure this out as I go. At this level. I've got no idea. I'm trying to make it so that it doesn't look so symmetrical. I hate when things look very symmetrical and like sterile. Trying to kind of figure it out here. Yeah, that looks cool. I like where we're going with this. From here, that'll be like the last level. The top. Okay. Yep, so just a random staircase going up. It'll just look nice as a design. As well. And then this will be the kind of end of the staircase. So from here we kind of just close it off. Oh. Yep. Close the side and finish the top off. Actually got it all done in one breath. Amazing. Oops. Yep. And then just finish that off there. There we go. A lot of water here though. Grab our sponge and clean that all up. There we go. Bit more water. Where's my sponge? There it is. So even up here, is there any holes? No, no holes. So the sponge should finish the job now. But I kind of like the way this looks. I don't know, looks a bit more unique. And boom. I love that, I love that. You're seeing the water get absorbed into the sponge. Really satisfying. Oh, okay. Axolotl area done. Do that. Get rid of some of these. Oh. Wonderful. Same with this side here. Get rid of a couple of these. Yeah, that is kind of where the water starts, but I think that's okay. Still. There we go. That's okay. Now we'll probably start with the flooring. So that'll be the next thing that we do. I do think we need to figure out if this is exactly how much space we wanted for the actual build. I think it is. I don't think we would want to make it much bigger than this. I can get rid of corners here. Just refining the, foundations now, because we've made the foundations. Now it's all about just figuring out how much of it we want to keep skimming and slimming down, I think this side's going to look really nice, especially if we have all glass here, like a glass room all around this. This is basically our aquarium space. It's going to be really cool. I want to make this entire wall, this entire area just like glass somehow. Got to figure that out. We'll need to do maybe some sandstone as well. But I think the next step is for us to go to a desert and get a bunch of sandstone because we still have all of that calcite and stuff, which we should probably bring down actually. Think about it. Let's grab that chest in our... this one. And let's bring all of these materials downstairs. I think we're gonna need to go and get more. I didn't think that we were gonna make the aquarium kind of this big. And it's not huge, but it is still, there's a lot of space down here, you know. So just put all the materials in here for now. Just want to see how this will look off the ceilings. I think this is going to be so cool up here somewhere. Look at that. I love it. Do a couple here and there just for some extra light as well now. Amazing. Jeez. I don't want to get rid of, I don't want to accidentally not collect any of them. There we are. It looks a bit unnatural that way. Keep it where it was. I love this. I don't even know why I decided to put these down now. I just feel like I have something in my brain just clicked. I feel like that wasn't even me. That was just someone else that just did that. So we got to start with the ground. Now for the ground, we could do wood. I actually think brick might look really nice for the flooring. Let's just have a look first. Go and grab some brick. Or maybe even sandstone, you know. We could sort of try the two different things, but we have heaps of brick somewhere. Oh, we've got... Oh, deep slate might look really nice as well, I just realized. Let's try a mixture of like deep slate with bricks and see what looks better. A lovely day. Oh. That's unreal. Yeah, so let's have a look at how brick would look. Get rid of some of the flooring here. Just kind of do a test. This is kind of the fun part. The hard part would have been kind of getting the area ready. But now that the area is ready, we get to kind of try all these different things. Now, does brick look too, I don't know what to call it. Does it look too like non-aquarium looking? Or does it look kind of nice? Because I kind of like the brick. At the same time, we need to decide if it's too much like not something you'd use for an aquarium, you know. I mean, we can try a bunch of the different materials we've got here. We could do calcite, diorite. We could even make it glowing moss blocks on the floor. But I think that would be a bit too much for the floor. I just wanted to check what polished diorite looks like, and I wanted to check what polished calcite looks like. Polished diorite, that looks pretty cool. That looks cool too. I had to pick between these two though. I would pick this one. Just because it's not such a sharp color. This is very bright, polished calcite. Whereas the polished diorite isn't so bad. Yeah, the brick looks a bit too, I don't know. There's just something about it that doesn't match here. Looks great for a house, or the outside of a house. I just don't think it looks good for flooring. I hope you agree with me there, because I mean, I'm designing this, but realistically, I want this to match what you think it should look like too. As much as this is our lovely world, I want to design things that make you kind of be as well with the design. Deep slate looks a bit odd. Oh, I think that was polished deep slate. That might be why. We need cobbled deep slate. Right. Okay. Let's go with the polished diorite and just see how it looks. I quite like that. Yeah, we could do a mixture of like the diorite with the calcite, you know? Or we could just go back to bare bones and do wood, honestly. We haven't got wood on us, do we? We have a lot of sand. Oh, we haven't tried sandstone. Let's try some sandstone. See what the sandstone looks like on the floor. That looks really nice. I really like that. Really? Wow. One last thing I wanted to try is the wood. Let's go and grab some wood. Maybe some brick bond or pale oak. Hello, Lena. She looks fine. She looks cozy down up here, I should say, not down here. We do have a little bit of wood. Tiled wood as well. I can't remember what fir wood looks like. I think it's more of a white. Pond oak planks. Pale oak planks. A lot of slabs. What about that? We have heaps of slabs. We could even do polished stone down there, to be honest. Let's bring the stonecutter stable down there. Play around with all these different materials and just see what we want to do, because the flooring is very important, if I'm being honest. Let's bring the carpenter table as well. Here we go. I went for a swim in the morning today, and I was talking on the phone with one of my friends, and when I got there, there was like all of the lanes were empty. Like it was pretty much just me. And within like, I'm not even joking, I was on the phone for 10 minutes. Within 10 minutes, I was so happy because I had all my gear out and like I was ready to go. Within 10 minutes, all the lanes were taken. Like it filled up, so the pool just got so full so quickly. Stonecutter table makes a big difference on saving resources, actually. Calcite tiles. Tiles might look nice down here. If we grab, let's say, 15 tiles, or like what else? Well, there's so many different things we can do. Polished. Lab. Mossy cobbled calcite. Interesting. Cracked tiles. The tiles might look really good down here, actually. Might look too sterile. When I say sterile, I mean like too, like, you know, like unnatural. It might look too unnatural. Whereas the cobbled might actually look good. Also, we should be doing this with diorite instead, I think. Diorite. The cobbled diorite might look really good. I can find some. Those tiles look nice too, actually. Hang on, where's the cobbled? There it is. Cobbled diorite. Let's do 12 cobbled. And let's do the tiles as well. Get a mixture of them. And let's see what we prefer. I kind of like the diorite. Diorite. Bricks. Oh, bricks as well. Where was the tiles? I saw them before. Plates. There you go. Tiles. Let's try these two. So we've got normal diorite and cobbled diorite. We're gonna have the tiles first. I really like that actually. Do you like that? I think that's really nice. And then the cobbled. Cobbled looks nice too, actually. I actually think we're gonna go with these tiles. And the tiles can be like a trail. So what we'll do with the tiles is we'll have them as like a path. I'll show you what I mean. I love the sandstone as well, don't get me wrong. Oh, there's more diorite here. Wow, we're lucky. We can get heaps more from over here. The big one too. Big diorite deposit. Wow, there's so much. This is really good. I didn't even realize that this was here until kind of we just started using it. This is amazing. There's so much. Copper. Looks like we're doing a bit of mining in this episode as well. Wow, amazing. There's just so much diorite here. I think this will be enough to like finish the whole flooring if we're going to use diorite. So we'll mix the diorite with the things, but I think mainly like we're going to do tiles going like linking the different areas of the actual aquarium. And then around the tiles, we'll think of something really cozy to put down. This is where it gets a bit hard because you want to make the floor look as good as it can, and at the same time, you don't want to kind of miss out on having certain blocks. So much copper here as well. Like even this granite, like honestly the granite, if we polish it up, it might look really nice on the floor of the aquarium as well. Grab a bit of the granite too. Alright, let's play around with it now. Let's just see what looks better. I did really take a liking to the right though, the tiles. Where is this water coming from? Did I bring my sponge? Damn it, where did I put the sponge? Sorry, what am I doing? I should have kept the dirt there. Make a little staircase. Sponge. There it is. There we go. Bit more water there that we can probably get rid of, but at the moment I don't think that water's going to be an issue. So see these tiles, right? What I'm thinking is grab all of those. Oh gosh, we have a lot on us. Let's just put some of these materials back. And we'll grab a bit of the granite. Because we can put the granite in here. Granite bricks might actually look really good down here. Chiseled. But they've even got like tiles, plates, granite tiles. Hang on a second. Looks amazing. Oh my god, that looks amazing. I really like the granite. And don't forget that this dirt, I know that it like is an overflow of like that brownish granite color. That dirt's not going to be there. That's going to be something else. What I was thinking is we have the tiles, right? So here's my plan. The tiles will make a trail between the different things. So, you know, there'll be a trail going here, and then it'll go to the axolotl pond. You're gonna need more tiles to kind of show this, but we have heaps of dye right now, so let's make a bunch more tiles. Can we change that? No, we can't. That's okay. We have so much diorite. Grab another 16. Oops. Okay. Tiles. So, here they are. Yep, so these tiles will make like a trail to the different things. Like this. Yep, you like that. I think that looks really nice. And around the tiles, we'll do like mossy cobble and we'll do some really cool aquatic designs and stuff. I just can't decide if I want these white tiles or these granite ones, because these granite ones actually look really good as well. But that's where the decision's a bit difficult, if I'm being honest. Maybe even sandstone. I'd even be able to do a combination of these white tiles with sandstone. I do think that the stairs have to be sandstone stairs. I think they would just look really nice if they were like these sandstone brick stairs. Like, see these stairs here? I want the staircase to look like this. It looks so polished and nice as well. I quite like it. Something like that. Now we've got to figure out what color goes well with the sandstone. This will probably be another episode all in itself, just doing the flooring and the walls and stuff. Maybe even two, because there's a lot to do. And for right now, we're just kind of fiddling around with the different designs. I quite like the sandstone. I really do. Anyway, let's get rid of all this for a second. Grab it all. And let's just get the dirt and just cover up the bottom. We might as well, while we're here, just mine the rest of this, or as much of it as we can. Being honest, because you never know when we're going to need more. And while we're here, we might as well get it. Let's make the most of this situation, is basically what I'm doing here. Making the most out of what we've been given. I think we've just about depleted all of it now. That's good though. Cool. And the granite too. I mean, there's a good chance we're going to use the granite. I really like the color of it, so we might as well grab most, if not all of this as well. A bit more. Granite's not too hard to find, neither is diorite. Like, you can go just into any kind of mine and you'll find it everywhere. But the fact that we have all of this right here kind of makes me just, you know, we might as well grab it. My goodness, this is a lot of granite. Okay. Let's get to a point where we're gonna need to stop because there's just too much. It'd be really cool if this gave us XP, but it is what it is. I think it'd be too good actually, because look at how much there is. Could you imagine if you got even just 1 XP? We would have had 200. That being said, I think we can leave it at that. We know that there's always more granite here if we need it, so At least we've got that. Cool. Just cover up the staircase as much as we can. Oh. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, now floor it all. Make 2 more chests. I just want to store all this stuff, to be honest. It's just hot to have at the moment. Smelting upgrade that we accidentally took out of this. Now, for the flooring, it's still a hard decision, I'll be honest. I really like these tiles, but I also really like sandstone. So we might just do sandstone. We are about to head back up to the top. I'm just kind of thinking about things. Sometimes it's good to just take a second and think about things. Ooh, stairs that we left there. In fact, while we're at it, let's just quickly. That needs to be all stairs there. Actually, no, because this will be covered. Yeah. Yeah, let's see what we come up with. Maybe if you've got any ideas as well, just please leave a comment on what you would like the flooring to be. I'll probably make a decision for it soon though, I'll be honest, because I'm too excited. But I do think a combination of some kind of tiles with mossy cobble or something would look really nice down here. And we do have heaps of mossy stone. Can we actually stone clutter these? We can. Not much though. We can make slabs. That might kind of make, we can get double that way, which is awesome. Yeah, but a combination of tiles with these would look amazing. You can already kind of see it. Maybe we just do bricks, like just stone bricks. Honestly, keep it nice and simple. It might also look really good. We do have heaps of stone, so it's possible. Alrighty, let's head back up. Just saw the rest of this. Grab my tools. We're gonna have to go and get some more sand sometime soon as well. So. But today was very productive. I mean, we built the entire ground area of our aquarium, which is amazing. And I think we did it pretty efficiently with the sponge. I feel like it's a good learning curve and kind of adjusted to it already. So just all on the bottom here will be our aquarium with lanterns and stuff. It's gonna look lovely. But for now, let's go and say goodbye to our cozy friends. Let's bring Alina with us as well. Can't forget her. Come on, Alina. Please be careful, Alina. I know that she literally can't even jump up there, but it just always worries me. Oh, she's inside the pen. Alina, you coming? can't leave the fence open for too long, Alina. If you're gonna come, you've got to come now. There we go. Good girl. Come on, Alina. Let's go this way. She knows what she's doing. She's so smart. Okay, you're gonna chill over there. Alrighty. So, in the next episode, we're probably going to continue doing the flooring and the walls of our aquarium. And if we need to get more resources, we'll go and do that. But that's currently what we're doing. That's our project, just building the aquarium. So I hope you really enjoyed this episode. And if you're here and you're sleeping and you're studying and whatever you're up to, I wish you a lovely evening or a lovely day. And I will see you in the next episode, my friend. Dream on.